What is going on, YouTube? What is going on? I am bringing this commentary to you guys today. Baby, I would like to say between the 1970s and the 80s, baby, if your curl didn't sit harder than LaToya Jackson, you were not going to get a black woman at that. Baby, you wasn't getting no tuna or cookie up out of her. Baby, these guys were pretty. Baby, I remember I used to sit down as an adult and watch Soul Train. When I watched Soul Train, every man and woman on there seemed like they was tall. Y'all know what I'm talking about. For all y'all that's in my age bracket. Baby, if your curl didn't sit like Morris Day, Prince, Earth, Wind, and Fire, and you didn't wear the laciest of the lace. Now, guys, don't get it wrong. Those guys were not homosexual. They are not homosexual. It was all about pretty. If you was not pretty in the 80s, honey, see how that pink is flowing up off of that skin of his, honey. The women, and I know this because my mother told me this, and I seen pictures of my father when he was in, around that time, baby, they had the Jerry curl. The guys were cuter than the women, okay? And if a guy was cuter than you and you were a black woman back in the 70s and the 80s, baby, you was giving him some babies, okay? All y'all that was born in the 80s and your parents are in their 50s or 60s right now, today in 2021, go and look at your father's and your uncle's pictures, baby. They was on that Soul Train dance line. They had on Daisy Dukes. The title of the Daisy Dukes was, baby, they was taking you home that day, or y'all was going to the motel, okay? Now, the women love the pretty guys. I don't have to lie to y'all. I am telling y'all the truth. I don't care how dark you were, how light you were. Rick James, all them Prince, y'all look at them today and say, oh, they were gay. No, y'all don't understand the culture then. The black man thought that, well, it was true, that the more gorgeous and more curly your hair was, baby, if your sideburns didn't curl harder than LaToya Jackson's Superman curl, you was getting no play. I can't make this up, y'all. There are numbers. So this is what I want you guys to do. If you wasn't paying attention then, look at the Soul Train videos, honey. The guys were looking just as gorgeous as the women. And if your guy looked it better than you, those were the guys that the chicks went for. The prettiest guys got the most play back in between. Like I said, it didn't start in the 60s. It started in the 1970s all the way up until like 89, 90. And then they had to calm that little pretty boy stuff down. And then they tried it back in the 90s with, what's the guy's name that sung for Puffy on his record label? And then they started with Genuine. And then the list went on. And after Cisco, honey, they knocked it down. And Jodeci came in and said, we could still be cute. We gonna wear our Timberlands. We gonna wear our jogging suits and open up our jogging suits and put these wife beaters on with the hats to the back. And we gonna sing some R&B and put some bass in our voice. See, they were thugs in jogging pants and Timberland boots, baby, but they were singing with that deep voice. So, they had to calm that down and bring the masculinity back to the surface because Jodeci came in a different time. But those same people I'm describing is Rick James, Morris Day, Prince. Baby, Jodeci and them took that, but they flipped the game, okay? So if y'all want to go back and look at them Soul Train videos of them guys on there, baby, they pants were skin tight. Y'all complaining about skinny jeans and these men. History repeats itself, period. I don't care what race you are, what culture you are, but in our culture, history repeats itself. Honey, I wouldn't be surprised if they bring them bell bottoms back by 2023. Men and women will be wearing those because those tight jeans that y'all wearing, and y'all talking about these men wearing tight jeans and they feminine and they trying to be gay and all that, doesn't mean that history is just repeating itself. You got some guys putting texturized. Y'all know, y'all want me to keep preaching or y'all want me to keep teaching? Come on with it now. HDVideos is in the house. Okay, so the texturizers vamped by after the 90s going into 2000. However, some guys that were light skinned had that nappy do, and they just kept putting that texturizer in their hair after they seen Genuine come out with that, y'all. So you know the LaToya Jackson curl dried up and went away, and then they came in with the braids. That was still the pretty thing for the men. If your hair wasn't long like Thuggish Bruggish Bone and you were a thug but still pretty at the same time, honey, a chick wouldn't even look your way. The longer your hair was in the 90s, the more cookie you was giving up in the microwave. Okay, keeping it hot. Okay, so y'all already know that Rick James and Prince brought the game. And let's not forget Morris Day, like I said, guys, and especially Earth, Wind, and Fire, because dude still look like the one with the long hair, still look like he is keeping up with the keep up, okay? And he can still pull it to this day. But as for the younger generation, y'all look upon them and say, oh, he looks a little Fruity Loopy. No, honey, that was the style back then. I seen my dad with his legs crossed, with his little outfit on, honey, little cat suit. They had to look gorgeous. Do you hear me? They had to look gorgeous. Some of them would even put makeup on, but that didn't make them gay, y'all. Y'all need to understand that this was the culture of our ancestors back then, and black men were not defeminized. But now when you see them putting on dresses and high heels and polishing their nails, one thing about those guys then back in the 80s and the 70s, they did not polish their nails, honey. They wasn't with that. They would put on those high heel boots because that was the culture there. And then not only that, the pimps would wear those boots and stuff like that with the little heels on them and stuff like that. That was the culture, guys. So like I said, I've been predicting things on my channel if you guys are watching and paying attention. And I'm not going to state any other commentary on any video that I'm doing because it has nothing to do with it. We're going to keep it right on this commentary right here. So if you guys want to investigate yourself, watch a little Soul Train. Those men were dancing better than the women, and those were the guys who could freak it real good and made the prettiest babies and could last long, and they were just a good time. Doesn't mean that they were feminized then. Those black men were men, but pretty was the business back in the 70s and the 80s. The evidence is all the way there. Please don't leave any crazy comments on my channel. Investigate for yourself. Everybody has a right to their opinion. Just don't be disrespectful, okay? Just like my mystical videos, people are leaving really disturbing comments. You guys don't know mystical for yourself. All you have to do is investigate. And like I said, all of you guys who were in Pampers and pull-ups then, please don't leave a comment because y'all don't know nothing about mystical. Y'all just hear his little songs and think he's a god and he can do no wrong. Okay, so please look at that curl, y'all. Prince curl set better than LaToya Jackson's. If you didn't have that Superman curl right there on your forehead, baby, and it laid like that, you was not getting no cookie, baby, from a black woman. Prince got all the cookies and the brownies and the Doritos and the popcorn and, oh my God, the Boss That Baked Beans. Y'all remember that? Prince got every Boss That Baked Bean and cookie he wanted, and so did Morris Day. So for all my 40 and over crew, y'all know what I'm talking about. Some people in their 30s do too, if you're old school like me. So like the video, comment on the video, and share the video, and please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so when I make new videos, you guys will be aware. Until the next video, take care, guys. Bye.